What's up, everybody? My name is Erin, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio, and welcome back to the Slay the Princess demo. When last we left off, it was very weird. We're like in not as a linear of a storytelling situation as I was first led to believe, but we have looping timelines, maybe parallel dimensions, and we've got all these voices inside of our head. We're some kind of bird person, I think. I don't know. But we're gonna load back in where we left off, which is our very first run through, we had successfully, or I thought at first, slain her, the princess with the dagger. And then we looped back around, and then I just decided to be super salty toward the narrator because the narrator is not being upfront with all of the information that they have. If the narrator cares about our lives so much, don't you think they would, be 100% upfront with any information they might have about the situation so that we're all on the same page? So I kept saying no, and I left and wandered around, and now we've kind of looped, I guess, to the beginning. I don't remember this wall being there the first time around. I'll find out when I edit. But let's go over our dialogue options. So the ones that say explore, we can say them and it's not going to progress any. Last time when we looped back around, we said, I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. I cannot confirm 100% that she did end the world last time because we don't know. We haven't interacted with the princess enough. So maybe when we inevitably end up back at the cabin, we'll leave the dagger where it is and we'll just talk to her. Let's start piecing together what the heck is going on here. Oh, that's a good one, but I died. What am I doing here? But I already slew the princess, sure. She also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? Yes, those walls weren't there last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? Those walls have always been there. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost, or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Why does it matter who stumbles onto the princess? Why does it have to be me specifically?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yeah, screw this guy. They might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Oh, that's a new one. Voice of the contrarian.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
Everybody, if we have to work together, why are we fighting?
Still, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
It's like the narrator is like the superior to the other voices inside my head. Oh, don't you worry. I'll gladly slay that princess. She's got it coming. Yep, okay, definitely going to slay that princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Silently proceed to the cabin. Honestly, narrator, I'm so over your attitude, so I'm gonna give you a little sass back and say, yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
I have one last warning for you.
See, the walls. Oh, the walls are everywhere.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I don't know. I'm just gonna feel it out. I'm more suspicious of you now, Mr. Narrator.
Maybe we should believe her.
Oh, the contrarian. Okay, I do like that all the other voices are having conversations with each other.
Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore them, they're just being difficult for the sake of it.
Where did the cold voice go? Ooh.
The interior of the cabin is odd, the air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths, causing it to tilt towards the door. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Okay. First off, hold up. I was fully expecting the interior cabin to change a little bit from the first time around. Like, maybe not super, like, eye-catchingly different, just like little subtle things. Maybe there's like one less row of glass in the window, or there's a potted plant somewhere, or a mouse hole. I guess that's where the dagger was the first time. I do not remember. I think it felt like it was closer to the edge of the table. I don't remember. Let's just keep going.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't know, narrator. It sure didn't do me any favors last time.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyways?
Exactly. Like, I for 100% think that this is not a normal knife. But again, Mr. Narrator, you're not being very forthcoming with your information like I think you should be if the situation is as serious as you say it is. I'm really vibing with the contrarian right now.
I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
No, listen to the hero. Like, we've seen the princess herself. We don't know the full extent of her capabilities. But if someone tells you, like, oh, don't worry, it's just a princess, there are many different kinds of princesses. Is this your vanilla cookie cutter princess from fairy tales, or are we talking like Xena, warrior princess? Those are very big differences that we should take into consideration. I don't want to take the blade. I'm so over it. Let's see what happens when we just leave it there.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are warped and shoddily constructed. The air seeping up from below is heavy, oppressive, with an odd stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs, its multi-tonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Is someone there?
That was not the same voice as the first time. And I think the first time it was also pink text in a different font. This is 200% more menacing, and I'm a little frightened. Once again, I want to praise the game devs and the writing and the atmosphere and the music. Everything is being pulled together in an incredibly eye-catching way. And again, I'm super invested in this now. Like, I don't even know where it could go from here. I fully... The add-on of, oh, this is a demo is so misleading because I fully expected to be able to like quickly go through each type of ending that was already available. I would be going through the same assets. The fact that these... I'm scared to go down this basement. What is she going to... Is she still going to look like the same princess as the first time?
This isn't what I expected her to sound like.
Yeah, see, it's different. Narrator, did you lose your memories? Am I the only one retaining any memory of what's happened to us in our past iterations?
What is she?
Oh, she's a princess, but as we've previously speculated, we don't know what kind of princess she is.
I think we'd all like to know. You're playing a dangerous game by coming down here unarmed.
We'll be fine. If I died last time and came back, if I die again, I'm sure we'll loop back around to the beginning. Just, narrator, you're.
You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Oh, that don't look right.
She locks eyes with you.
Oh gosh, that scared me.
One moving a little faster than the other. The loose skin of her face stretches into something resembling a smile.
Again, this... every time I have an expectation or a prediction about something, everything I imagine just immediately gets thrown out the window and replaced with something completely unexpected. That is very praiseworthy, and I appreciate it. Oh, I hate those eyes.
Good lord.
So the first time the shackle was on her arm, does not look like the shackle is attached to her anymore. And even if it was, her arms are so thin now, she probably just slipped out and she's just gonna run at us and kill us. Oh!
Something in her neck bulges, roiling under her skin as she starts to speak, her voice pouring out between her closed teeth.
Shout out to the artist. I feel so uncomfortable right now.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I had a friend.
Something is using the princess as a skin suit, and I don't like it. Oh. Achievement, unlock the stranger. Oh! So if I had just kept going another 10 to 15 minutes instead of ending... Okay. So is that one ending? I'm so confused. Okay, we still have other options to explore. Oh my gosh. Let's start from scratch. Hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I don't know what I am in this game. Alright, sweet. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution.
That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright, my dudes, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Ah, see, I was right. The dagger was like on the corner, and it's like everything was tilted at an angle. The second time we came in here, because the dagger was further in the middle of the table, and it was like we're taller. So you did incorporate the little subtle changes, and I don't recall this like a glow being here. Again, I have to go through editing. Oh, this is so fascinating.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
All right, I've decided I'm gonna do like an opposite thing I did the first time, where I took the blade and then I didn't take the blade. So now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to not take the blade, and then when we end up back here, I'll take the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yeah, pink text.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh well, I got claws. I might be fine without that knife. Like, again, what is so specifically special about that dagger? Oh, different. I'm here to save you, or lie that I'm here to save you. Think I'm here to slay you. Last time I was stone cold silent. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
If you've been a prisoner, I don't think you would be that inviting to have someone come down the steps unless you've prepped something to escape.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first. I need some information. My own inner voices have been absolutely no help.
Okay.
Like, why are you down here? Okay, what's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Now, are you saying this because you are either not really a princess, you don't know your name, or is it that fantasy trope where your name has power, so you shouldn't give your name to someone who's potentially dangerous against you?
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I don't see anything wrong with that. Do I want to probe further? So Princess, so is your princess? So is Princess your name? I can read.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
I don't think you're a real princess.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
No, narrator, I'm fully against you this round. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking? That was a thought that popped up in the back of my mind. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. No, that is terrifying. Retrieve the blade. Can't trust you. Go back upstairs without saying another word. I need some more context. Do you know why you were locked up down here and for how long?
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Alright, if I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Because she doesn't need to.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
I think it's super relevant.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Okay.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Well, she's not working hard enough.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently a threat to the world. It's not like you'd believe me. But I don't think you're actually dangerous. I think she is dangerous. She may be in a position where she doesn't know why she's dangerous. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right. I'm gonna go with this last one because I still... Like, if she's trying to manipulate my emotions so far, she's not done a good job of that. So something's off.
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how long has she been down here?
For real. Well, I suppose if this is a cabin that exists outside of normal time and space, like we were trapped in here, like what were we eating and drinking? I don't think we were in want of any of like basic human survival essentials.
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
No, and that's what upsets me. Been told enough. I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping that information secret from me. No, I think if you want me to be fully on your side and recruit me for this assignment, you need to make sure that I understand. And even if you're lying to me, you need to make sure I agree with your reasoning. And narrator has not been doing that for me. No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous to me. Again, I still think she's dangerous. And I was hoping you would tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
That is very suspicious. Like, there's no documentation of it? Come on.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm getting paid for this.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Does she have any family left? Is the kingdom in shambles because she's not there? Like, what? I need more world building here, please. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. Keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other while I decide what to do. Retrieve the blade. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs without saying another word. Examine the chains. I can't believe they'd be keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. And examine the chains. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. She's not gonna like that first one because she'll still be locked up. I don't like the keeping her locked away one. I hate that. Don't want to retrieve the blade. So if I'm gonna fully rebel against the narrator. Alright, I like this last option the best. Examine the chains. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. Because it is both carrying the themes of trust and risk. Let's find out which way the scales tip, eh?
You're only making this more difficult.
Honestly, narrator, out of everyone in this room, you are the one making this the most difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Well, unless you tell me what that mistake is and why, then I can't. Narrator, go away.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Also, do we even have the tools available to undo the chains? Like what?
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Is it?
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
What if the dagger is the key? And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe there's a key still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Sure, let's go with that one.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
There's another presence here.
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
By whose order?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
I feel like we could bust through that, though.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Okay, narrator, now that I know that we can get locked in here, next time I come in, I'll take the blade with me.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
I guess we're in this together. Unless I'm your food, I don't know.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
That sharp cut of the music is really unsettling.
She barely hesitates before raising
God.
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Every time, the unexpected throws me off. Ah!
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
That's weird. Also, the fact that she chose that specific moment to decide, oh, this is it. The only way out is to gnaw my own hand off like a coyote. I think if she'd been down here longer or long enough, as long as I think she has, she might have already done that. Why wait for me? Oh, I'm so confused.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
She's probably losing a lot of blood right now. I'm gonna continue along my line of going against the narrator for now. I need to see what happens.
Fine. Against your better judgment,
Oh, no.
place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Not what I was expecting to do. First thought would be, hey, cut the dress, make a bandage, and then use the dagger like a screwdriver or something.
You cut into her flesh.
Why is this the option? The decision that the conclusion that we came to.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Because she's not human.
No, she didn't. She clutches the wound, softly smiling as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door. I don't know if we're gonna make it to this top of the steps, fam.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Oh no, my voices have agency.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Like, I'm not in control of my body. These voices in my head are taking turns being in control of my actions, and I do not appreciate that.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
It's not me, princess. This is 100% not me. If this was the ending we would have arrived at, why bother going through the process of cutting your arm off to get out of the shackle? Oh, no. Warn her.
Stop that.
I'm glad I scrolled down.
Oh, I thought this was all a little too easy.
Oh, no.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
I didn't even get a choice.
But the princess dodges. Wait, she dodges?
See, we've now entered into Xena Warrior Princess territory.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
If you wanted me out of here alive, why did you bring me here in the first place? Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
You can't tell me what to do.
I'm sorry. I can see you're doing your best to resist what's happening to you. I'll try and make this quick.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. You feel her claws on your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained red as your blood seeps into the fabric.
It's like she becomes a different monster every time.
When she manages to escape from this place and bring ruin to the world, know that it was all your fault.
No. It was not all my fault. I want to be very clear about that.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ooh, chapter number 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Oh, you're the real puppet master, aren't you?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, he knows. He's just playing dumb.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. We can help her. We just have to find a way.
A new voice, the voice of the doubting.
Oh, is there another one of us in here? Help her? Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
At the end of the day, she did a mercy kill.
Sure, and all of us in here definitely believe you.
You know, toward me, I can't speak for the rest of the world.
Just stay focused on the task at hand.
Silently proceed to the cabin.
I have one last warning for you.
Ugh, fine, what is it?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say the word wink out loud?
That's my kind of friend.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Proceed into the cabin, which is very well lit, by the way.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely empty. The air stale and musty, the floor and walls covered in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, we'll take the knife.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries softly up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Okay, same pink font.
It's even more hypnotizing than before. Is it more hypnotizing than before, or is that just what we want it to be? I think we're in love.
No, honey, we're not.
For everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She looks like a child now.
She's still so beautiful. She has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen?
I do not know, my dude. Everything's so fascinating.
It must have, because she's different. Can't you tell?
Yeah, she's got long sleeves now. Maybe a pointier crown. I can't see the shackle in her lap anymore.
You.
Oh.
I remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
Okay, so it looks like there's slight variations in how she looks. She's got a more rounded, angelic-like face. It looks like her crown is bigger. Her chest is way out there. It's like our vision of her is being warped because the voice of the hero is influencing that. To be continued. I took the knife and everything. It was so much to unpack. I thought for sure this would be like a repetitive-esque demo. I was not expecting all those jarring jump scare visuals that happened. It's blowing my mind. I'm blown away by this. But I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye!